Problem with cargo pockets, you never know where you put your keys. Oh, there we go. Look at that. The smoke is just making the sun crazy. Apparently it's making my lens even weirder. Hang on. I feel weird. Okay. So we got a little distracted with plasti dipping the wheels and installing the awning. We never finished the bed, so just got out of good old Canadian Tire. And I've got an idea. There's not much that needs to get done except for, of course, foam pads, and I'm looking into that. Foam's not cheap, but it's also cheap. But my worry is if that I cheap out, it's gonna be uncomfortable foam that I'm just gonna end up throwing out anyway. So there's a store here in town. Chris actually found the link for me. I can't remember the name of the company. It starts with a D. I sent them an email this morning telling them the dimensions that I needed for 2 cushions, 2 feet by 6 feet. So we'll see what they say. They do custom foam work here in the city, and then I'd like to get it upholstered in some nice plaid. That'd be awesome. But the actual bed build itself isn't quite done, even though it seems like it, because here we are. The little brace that's back here, it's just it's just what's left of the 2x3 that we use for the build. It's stuck underneath here right now. I want to get that attached to the wheel well, so we have that as a permanent brace here and as a handle on that wheel well box. And then I picked up a few things here at Canadian Tire. I got Velcro that can hold 15 pounds, screws come out of my ears, but not the right length. And then I got this fancy little, I don't know, folding T-hinge or something. I'm not 100% sure what it's called, but it's got little rubber grommets in the joint that gives it some nice resistance. So here's my thought. After that 2x3 brace gets installed, and that's just a kind of a floating one, what I need to do is in the middle of the piece of plywood that slides out here. Yes, I've got these legs for support on the outer edge, but I've got nothing for the middle of that board. So I've been still not used to that shelf being there. I've been kind of racking my brain on how I can give myself support and think of little things. If I was an engineer, I'd probably have 1,000 ideas, but I'm not. I'm just a lowly van lifer. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna get a 2x4 attached to that hinge so that when it's folded up in the couch form and we're traveling, it can be folded up. The Velcro will be on one end and it will stick to the bottom of the plywood. And then when I slide it out, I can just reach under, grab it, detach the Velcro, and then the leg will come down right in the middle, and then just give me that added little bit of support. In my head, it makes sense. Let's see if it works in practice. But first, I'm gonna make a stop at the Great Canadian Superstore and pick up some Greek yogurt, I think. I'm still having, I guess, stomach issues, gut issues. I don't know what's going on. I'm very aware of my stomach every single time I eat. In a couple entries back, I was finishing off the hanging cabinets, and I mentioned, I was in excruciating pain. And actually during the video it was pretty mild, but I've had some nights where I've just been out of commission, bent over, can't move, pain. Now I've been on some prescription drugs for inflammation. That's a whole other thing. And I got them refilled and the doctor said, oh, the ones you've been taking, they're hard on your stomach, so I'm gonna give you ones that are coated. What? And since that switch, I haven't had keeling over pain, but I'm still very aware of everything going on inside me, and that doesn't seem normal. Now, I need to make an appointment to see a specialist. For sure. And hopefully I remember to do that later. Hey Siri, take a note. Don't stop recording. But did you ever get that moment when there's stuff going on in your body and it just starts telling you what it needs, sort of? I guess you could call it a craving. But either way, Greek yogurt, because, probiotics and ease of digestion and all that thing. So that's what I'm stopping in here to get. And maybe some blueberries, because they delicious. But first, check out this awesome Toyota. What? Look at that. Those colors are awesome. For some reason, it's giving me very reminiscence of like Far Cry and stuff. That is an awesome ride, whoever owns that. A good job, sir or ma'am. Oh yes, sticking to what we came here for, just yogurt. That is a good place for this. And apparently this is supposed to be good and filled with probiotics. Hopefully my aunt lets me know if I'm right. Look at the second ingredient is sugar. Ugh. Oh snap, look how much better this van is looking. Ooh, those wheels, that awning, we're getting ready for the woods. All right, so now always happens. Always got more than yogurt. Ugh. So be honest, How many times do you get an idea in your head and you go on Google and you're like, hey Google, what's the healthiest XYZ? Well, that's what I did this morning. And while I still got my Olympic crema, because it's delicious, I also picked up this, because this was the top hit on the very first article I read, this Siggy's yogurt. So we'll see how it tastes. Why does it look like it has spices in it? Is that pepper? It's supposed to be vanilla yogurt. Weird. Let it settle. Never let it settle. Never let it settle. Never let it settle. Name that TV show. Steph. Stir and drink. Stir and drink. I think that's the code. I can't remember. I don't think personally it's not as good as that, but it's still tasty. Still a little worried about what those black spots are. Heal my belly. And I didn't get that one that I showed you. I ended up going with this one. I may be completely wrong here, but I've always sort of lived my life by the order in which the ingredients are listed is the intensity or the amount of that ingredient that's in there. So this one is filtered water, fresh apple juice, active kombucha culture, oolong tea, natural flavors, fresh mango juice, kiwi, orange peel, peaches, fresh grape. That's a lot of fruit. And we all know there's sugar and fruit, but there's no sugar in the ingredients list. I don't know. It's kiwi and pineapple flavor. I know some people go nuts for this kombucha stuff. I'm even saying that right? Kombucha? Kombucha? I don't know. Let's try it. It's not so bad. If it wasn't so expensive, I'd probably get it a lot more often. I mean, it's not like amazing, but if it's good for me, heal my belly. And then, yeah, I got some chips because I just fell in love with these kettle chips lately, and this flavor especially, I don't know if you can see, oh yeah, truffle and sea salt. Here's a funny thing, I hate mushrooms, can't pay me to eat them, but truffle oil and truffle flavor on things, mwah. I don't know why I just kissed it, should have been mwah. That was weird. And here's my little rant for the day as my paper towel blows in the breeze. Get it together. It's getting really obnoxious with the no plastic bags in the grocery store. Superstore's not as bad because you can still get them. When you go through a person at the checkout, which I should do more often, you've always been able to just get the plastic bags from them. But in the self-checkout, when you're just trying to be quick, get in, get out, not take up anybody's time, they had the plastic bags in the turnstiles and then you just pay for however many you use. So were people not paying for them? Because now you have to press the help button, have the lady come over to you, you tell her how many bags you need, and then she's got to go to some frickin' Fort Knox locker and bring you the 2 plastic bags that you need. Okay, that's obnoxious, and then you still pay for them. But it's not as bad as Safeway where they just abolished it. You can't, there's no plastic bags. You either have to bring your reusable bag, which, sure, huge benefit. We should all probably be using reusable bags, fine. Or paper, which I guess is a cool throwback. I went there the other day, she asked me, reusable, trying to sell me a reusable bag, or paper. I said, I'll take the paper. I'm be able to use it as kindling at this point. But the plastic? Have we all lost our minds? Don't give them plastic bags, but everything's in plastic. The yogurt container, the hummus container is in plastic. The chips are in plastic. The pretzels are in plastic. Yes, let's not give them any plastic grocery bags. Okay, I'm done. Let's go put a leg on a bed.
Stop what you're doing. Get in the moment. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Show me some movement. Yeah, you can do it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We light up on the weekends. We light up the Memphis. We light up. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We light up on the weekends. We light up the Memphis. We light up. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
There's the leg we installed, right? But I can't close the bed because it hits that crossbar that's support for when the bed's open under here. So I just got to move the whole darn thing probably that way, because if I sleep with my head at that end, the majority of my body will be that way. So I'm gonna do that real quick. I should have looked, and then I'll check in and show you when it's done. Aha, much better. Probably could have moved it over a little bit more even, but he clears it now, and it's pretty much, I think, whoops, pretty much in the same spot it would have been when it's down. Whew. Oh, I got shit falling all over me. Oh my God, this place is a mess. And boom, haha. And the bag goes back. Great success. Got it all fixed. It actually messed up again on me when I went to close it. It was too far that way and it hit the wheel well box. So I had to move it this way again, closer to the other side of the van. Not by much. That Velcro is, I'm so happy, surprised that all kind of worked out. I mean, it was just an idea in my head and there it is. Now it's working. So that's pretty much it. The bed build is done except for a couple things. For these little legs, right, that I installed for when the bed's out. And again, on Mike's recommendation, he's like, well, it's great that they're screwed in this way, but there's no support between them going this way. I knew I wanted to finish this off a little bit to cover this up because, I mean, it's kind of rustic looking right now, but it's also like new wood. So it ain't that rustic. What Mike suggested is like the covering here, put it on the outside and attach it between the legs to give them some more structural integrity that way, which makes perfect sense. And it's awesome because I'll be able to go out quite a ways on that side to cover the slide. But now I've got that leg under there. So what I'm thinking is, might look kind of cool, cover these two legs to here and these two legs to there. And then just have this is gonna have to remain open so that when the bed comes out, I can reach under and grab that leg, right? Super simple. Then I have to, Mike's got something called a router, which to me is something that provides Wi-Fi points, but apparently it's also a power tool. We're gonna even out the edge. The top, eventually it comes out and sticks over the bottom one here. So we wanna even that out. Those panels that will cover up between the legs, they're gonna come up a little bit, probably like, I don't know, 1/2 an inch, 3/4 of an inch or something, just to hold the foam, the cushions in, right? Does that make sense? And then this opens, it'll still be there for the cushions. It gives me a little movement on that. So we'll do that on here and probably on the ends as well, just so the mats don't slide off. So that's the plan. Oh my gosh, it is so hot. The Suicide Squad came out today. I should probably figure out whether I'm gonna go see that or if I'm gonna stream it. It's so hot, it's too hot to think. Hopefully that review goes up soon because I'm looking forward to that movie. Thank you very much for hanging out with me today. I had a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing if you aren't already, and I will see you all in the next one. That's how I end my movie reviews. And apparently now, the van vlogs.
Stop what you're doing.